Hi, what's up everybody? This is Hannibal Sky here again for NextGenWalkthroughs.com doing a Final Fantasy XIII Starters Guide. Continuing on to show you how to get the Growth Egg. Just got back from Oerba, fighting real quick here just because they're in the way. The Wolf and Behemoth King. And we're going to continue on, grab a Chocobo, and head over towards where the boss, like Mark, actually is.
There was any doubt.
Again, this one is tough. It probably took me about 20 to 30, maybe probably 20-25 times to actually beat this guy before I beat the game. So what I did was I got all the way up to the last chapter of the game, and you get to a point very shortly after you start the last chapter of the game where it'll give you 2 warp exits. One of them starts you off back where your base camp was when you first started. I think it's chapter 11, the Grand Pulse chapter. And the other one will take you back to the last part of the Eden chapter, where I showed you the video of me grinding kind of back and forth down the hall against the sacrifices and the soldiers and everything in the big tractor. So I got to that point in the game, and then I warped back to Grand Pulse, and I did all the Seath Stone missions leading up to this one. So I got the Chocobo, did all that stuff, got all the warp stones up and running. There's actually a warp stone right by the one that takes you back to the beginning of the last chapter. So I got that one set up as well. Here, as you're running around with the Chocobo, you'll occasionally see an exclamation point pop up over his head. Run around in nearby dirt spots. The little thought bubble will bounce up and down faster the closer you are to the buried treasure he's looking for that he senses. It won't be in any place where there's grass. It'll always be in a dirt spot, so that kind of helps reduce your search zone. But on my way to this boss, I find a couple of them. They're definitely worth getting. There's an achievement for getting all of them. And kind of a thing that's not real clear about those is, in order to turn in that mission, or that mission for an achievement, I think there's 1 or 2 other ones like this. You have to go back to Oerba and turn them into this little toy monster truck or something that you fixed for Vanille while you were there in the story. You could miss it in the story if you didn't see it, but there is an option to do that there. And you have to do that in order to turn in the Chocobo. You found enough materials in the Chocobo missions, digging up stuff, to get this achievement. So you see here, when you're in the area that has the mark, you zoom out on your map all the way, you'll see a red dot on the screen. You can zoom in, that's where your mark is, so keep running towards it. It's frustrating. It's one of the biggest things that frustrated me with this mini-map, is it rotates depending on which direction you're running towards. So every time you check your mini-map, stuff isn't in the same place as the last time you looked, because it's rotated based on how you're running. So it's really disorienting. Like last time I looked for this thing, it was straight down now, or so it's rotated now back behind me. It was over to my side, I think. So it's frustrating using that out here because it rotates, but you just have to get used to it. It took me a long while, but I can kind of navigate around this area without using the mini-map as much as I used to. But I still have to use it because it's just confusing. Here I am looking for the second little treasure. Like I said before, it's really tough to run into enemies with a Chocobo. It seems like they see you less, like where you would be this close to an enemy on foot, they'd see you and come after you with a Chocobo. It's like you have to be even closer. And actually, later in this video, I actually do run into an enemy because I didn't see them. But you can run into 3 enemies before the bird will kick you off, and you don't actually fight them. You just run into them and then run in the other direction. So it's definitely not a problem while you're on Chocobo running into enemies, unless you're, I don't know, drunk or something. But this is where you go. You run, you jump all the way up on this cliff and follow this little narrow winding path back to the marks area, and then you're going to hop off of it and change your party. The party setup that I strongly suggest is Vanille as your leader. Just like the Adamantoys, you're going to have her casting death over and over again. You're going to want Snow as your sentinel, because you want there's going to be a lot of peons that run around attacking you, and they're actually really dangerous too. So here's where I ran into a flower monster that I didn't notice. And then you want to have Lightning be a medic. I also suggest if you have Aegisol and Fortisol, apply those to yourself. You hit the left bumper, choose those, and apply those right before this fight too. Because you're going to need all the help you can get. His first attack, the main guy's first attack, will about kill you. And then the little guys will keep attacking, the big guy keeps attacking. This video makes it look easier, because I've played for a lot longer after I originally beat him. I've leveled up a lot higher. When I first played this guy, I could only really cast death about maybe 10 times before they would kill me. And if in those 10 times I didn't kill him instantly with a death, I'd die and have to start over again do the try again, where you start just outside of where you fought him. So it's going to take you a lot of times to get this right, and even after you finally beat the main guy, you still have to kill all the little peons. So I'll continue this in the next video.